Are you a hairstylist who feels a little discouraged with your Instagram engagement rate lately? And no matter what you do to try to stay up with all the changes that Instagram is making, it feels like it's even harder to get clients from Instagram. If so, today's video is for you. What's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jamie Dana, and I help hairstylists and salon owners like you grow your business on Instagram by getting new clients. And my goal is to help you actually make money from Instagram, because I truly believe if you're gonna be putting all of this effort into Instagram, we gotta see growth in your business. And I'm here to help you on your hair journey. So in today's video, I thought it would be fun to break down the Instagram strategies that are currently working for hairstylists and salons. And I believe that there are 3 strategies that you need to be implementing in your Instagram if you want to see that growth. So before we get into all the strategies, I just wanted to give you a little transparent look into where my Instagram was at the beginning of February 2023. So if we flash back to that time, my Instagram had about 220,000 followers, but my engagement rate was basically nothing. It felt like my Instagram account was dead. There was like tumbleweeds rolling across it. Like I was getting hardly any reach with my posts and people just weren't seeing my content. So at that point, I knew that something needed to change and I needed to ramp up my strategies. I had been doing consistent Instagram posting, but there was something that was missing. And so I decided to try an experiment, and this is what happened. As you can see, I literally went from hardly any reach to immediately reaching a ton more people. Now, one of the things I want to point out with this screenshot is not only did I start to reach my current followers, but I started to actually reach people who weren't following me. And this is the key for Instagram growth right now. So I'm going to share with you exactly how I did that and how you can do this too. And the cool thing is, not only have these strategies worked for me and my account to help revive it and get my engagement rate back up and actually show my content to more people, but these strategies have worked for hundreds of other stylists and salon owners that I've taught these strategies to, which is good news because it means it can work for you too. And you're going to want to stick around till the end because I have a little free gift that I'm going to give you with something to do with Instagram captions. So if you struggle with writing Instagram captions, I got you. You're going to want to make sure to stay till the end. Okay, let's get into it. The first strategy that's working for hairstylists and salon owners right now is B-roll reels. Now you might be asking, what does that even mean? Well, if you've been around any time on Instagram, you know that Instagram loves Instagram Reels, and specifically video content that can compete with other apps like TikTok and even YouTube Shorts. So Instagram has been pushing Instagram Reels, but there are a lot of different types of Reels out there. And in fact, I'm actually gonna do another video that goes way more in depth into Reel types and how to edit and all of that fun stuff. But in today's video, we're going to be focusing on B-roll reels because these are the easiest ones to make and they're performing the best. What are B-roll reels? Well, B-roll basically stands for footage or video clips that are almost like fly on the wall content. So this is not footage where I'm talking to the camera like this video. This is not a tutorial. This is not me explaining what I did with the client. It's literally as if I were to set my phone on a tripod and just capture the day. So here's a few different examples of B-roll reels that I have shared on my page. Now what you're going to notice with this first one is this is just literally a time-lapse video of me doing my client's color, and of course there is some text added on top of it. We're going to get to that in just a second here, but this video footage is super simple. All I did was set my phone on a tripod, hit the time lapse, and I filmed me and my client. And this next one is literally just me shampooing my client. So all I did was set my phone on a tripod again, and instead of filming a time-lapse video, I just shot a 5-second clip to create this reel. And it doesn't necessarily have to involve your client. So you can see with this example, it's just me blow drying my hair. I just finished doing my color in the salon and I was gonna blow dry it, and I figured why not film this and this could be turned into a piece of content, and it did. And as you can see with this next example, it's literally just me washing my color bowls at the end of the day, and this last example of me putting color away. So as you can see with all of these videos, it's literally just a piece of footage with text on on top of it. Now you might be asking, okay, well, what do I film and what do I write on top of it? So let's get into it, and I'm gonna share with you some tips for creating B-roll reels. So first, let's talk about 8 video ideas that you can literally shoot this week. So the first one is a time-lapse video or a short 4 to 7 second clip. Like I mentioned with my B-roll videos, these don't have to be complicated. You can set your phone on your station, set your phone on a tripod, and bam, you got it ready to go. And speaking of tripods, this is actually the tripod that I use in the salon. I have it linked in the description below, but it literally pops out into a full-size tripod, but I love it because it's so small that it can fit in my purse and, you know, just in case, it's good for protection too. The second idea is you just doing part of an appointment. Now with B-roll videos, we don't have to create an entire start to finish. We don't have to show the before, the middle, the after. We can literally just showcase one section or just part of an appointment like I did with shampooing my client. So the next one is mixing up color or setting up your station. Now the reason why I love this idea is because it doesn't involve clients at all. And I know maybe for some of you who have never filmed with a client before, or maybe you have and it felt a little awkward or uncomfortable, this is a great way to get footage without having to involve your client, and you can do it in the back room by yourself. So this is a great thing to do, maybe even if you have a break in your day, you could set this up, or you could just film along as you're getting ready for your appointment. The next idea is doing salon chores. So this could be anything from sweeping up your station, tearing foils, putting away those color products or retail products on a shelf, cleaning out those color bowls at the end of the day. Anything that you do in the salon that's a chore, you can film it and you can create content out of it. The next idea is processing shots or after shots of your clients. Now, how many of you in your phone, you already have an after video of your client or just a really quick processing shot, maybe at the bowl as the toner is processing. So these are great videos that you don't have to add anything else to. You don't have to show the, before, middle, and after. Again, this can just be the after, or this can just be the section of processing. And in fact, I have found that these videos tend to do really well on Instagram, and they're super easy to make. Next up is shots of your salon, station, or a specific area in your salon. And I love these because it gives a glimpse into the client experience. If you think about it, you might have a follower on Instagram who has not booked an appointment with you, and maybe the reason why is they don't know what they're stepping into. If all you're posting on Instagram is hair photo after hair photo after hair photo, your potential clients have no idea what they're walking into and what that customer experience is going to be like. So a reel like this really gets to show off your environment and gives them a glimpse of what their appointment could be like. The next one is you doing something outside of work. Oftentimes when it comes to Instagram content, we think that we can only share things in the salon or things pertaining to hair. But no, you can actually showcase something that you love outside of the salon, whether this is a hobby that you do, you on a vacation, you with your friends and family, your dog, whatever. This is a really great way to showcase the personal side and create connection content that you can connect with your clients on and potential clients with as well. And lastly, it could be a mix of everything. So maybe you've seen a reel that has a bunch of different shots and it's just 1 second clips here, 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 here. It could literally be a mix of everything from an after shot of a client to you washing a shampoo bowl to you in the salon to you outside of the salon. Just mixing 0.5 second clips or 1 second clips all together to make a 10-second reel is a really great way to showcase some fun, different things, and get to show off your personality a little bit too. So now that we talked about different video ideas, let's actually talk about some tips to help push out your reels to more people in the algorithm. The first tip is you want to keep these B-roll reels anywhere from 4 to 7 seconds in length total. Gone are the days where you need to show off, again, the entire appointment and do a whole 30-second breakdown. Obviously, those reels can do well, but that's a totally different style. So with this B-roll reel style, we want to keep them short, we want to keep them to the point, so that not only do people watch the entire thing, but maybe they even watch it again. And if they watch it more than once, that shows the algorithm this is good content and we want to push it out to more people. So keep them short and keep them concise. The next thing we want to do is we want to add a hook with our text on the reel. So here are some different hook ideas that you can add. 5 tips to help with blank, or 3 products you need for blank. Think of all of the struggles that your clients and potential clients might have and how you can help solve those problems with that hook. And then in the caption, we're gonna write what that solution is or what those products are. I tried blank for a week and this is what happened. I tried not washing my hair for a week and this is what happened. Hooks are designed to stop people's scroll on Instagram and make them want to read the caption. So by grabbing their attention with that hook, they are going to stop their scroll and want to read the rest and actually engage with your post. If you struggle with blank, you need to try these 3 things. Not only does this set you up as the expert in your field and in your area, but this helps people get that education and get that value from you from your reels. And lastly, POV, which stands for point of view. It's a little trend on reels. POV, you're a client who just found a stylist who wants to keep their hair healthy and shiny. This is a great hook to add to those after shots of your client. So now that we know the length that we need to make our reels, we know what hook we're going to add in there, we want to make sure to finalize this reel to go viral by adding a trending audio. So you might be thinking, okay, Jamie, I've heard this tip before, but how the heck do I find trending audios? So this is my favorite hack for finding trending audios every single day. So what you're gonna do is you are going to go to the Reels Explorer feed and you are gonna swipe through until you find a reel that has a little audio that has this arrow next to it. Then you're gonna click on that audio and it's gonna take you to that audio page. Then you're gonna click where it says trending at the top. You'll click into that and as you can see, it brings you to a page that shows you all 50 trending audios for that day. Now, the reason why we want to use trending audios is because it shows the algorithm that you are on top of what's trending on Instagram. But we want to take it even one step further, and instead of just finding any trending audio that fits with your reel, you actually want to look for a trending audio that has less than 10,000 uses on it. This is not only going to show Instagram that you're using trending audios, but you're one of the first ones to use it, which will help in the algorithm push it out further. So if you're a hairstylist or salon owner who has never posted a B-roll reel before, or maybe you posted one before, but it didn't perform very well, try out these tips and see how it does for you. I want to encourage you to try one this week and see how it does, and keep experimenting with different types of video footage and different types of hooks and different types of trending audios. And I guarantee the more you try it out, the more reach you're going to start to get on Instagram. Okay, so the second strategy that is currently working on Instagram is what I like to call one-slide Instagram stories. So back in February 2023, when my engagement was pretty much dead on my entire account, I was getting about 500 to 1,000 views on my Instagram stories. Now, maybe for some of you, you might be like, oh, that's exciting. That's actually a lot of views. But for me, I had over 220,000 followers. So to get 500 to 1,000 views is basically nothing. It was barely showing it to any of my audience. And even though I had actually increased my engagement with the reels and different things that I was doing, my Instagram story views stayed stagnant. And this was so frustrating to me because I just was like, what is going on? Why are my stories not being pushed out to my audience? Until one day I stumbled upon this hack that I've been using, and it works every single time. So I went from getting anywhere from 500 views to 10xing my story views with this one hack that literally takes 2 minutes. So this is what I like to call the one-slide Instagram story. So all I do is I post a photo with some text on it, and that's it. I let it stay up for 24 hours and I let it fully expire, and that's it. I don't post any content before or after. I don't add any music. I don't have any videos. I don't reshare anything. It's just literally one photo with text on it, and I let it ride for 24 hours. Now, the reason why I think this works is because it pushes your content to the beginning of people's feeds, and because it's just one slide, people watch the whole thing, or they at least click through it. There's nothing that is making them have to click through more things. It's not like I have a bunch of little dashes or even dots on on my stories where they might swipe away. So this shows Instagram that, oh, people are watching her entire stories. Let's show it to more people in her audience. And like I said, this has 10x'd my story views. The first time I did it, I went from getting 500 views on my stories to over 12.6 thousand views on that one Instagram story. And to be honest, I thought that maybe my account was hacked or that somebody had tried to buy me views or something, but I did it again and again and again, and it keeps working. And the cool thing is, not only has this strategy worked for me, but I've shared this on my stories with other stylists, and stylists just like you are 3xing, 5xing, or even 10xing their story views with this one trick. So here are some easy ways that you could use this. You could post a photo of you, maybe a selfie or a mirror selfie, or even an old photo that you have in your phone of you working on a client, or even a professional photo, and share what you're up to for the day. I love getting to see what hairstylists are working on. So it could be even just a list of the upcoming appointments that you have for that day, and you almost like check them off as you go, right? So maybe you post this in the middle of your day and you've done a highlight and a haircut and you've already finished those, so you would like check those two off, and then you would show that you have a color correction and a Brazilian blowout and a perm or whatever else you have rest going on for your day, and those are the rest of the appointments that you have for the day. So it looks like you just kind of nonchalantly shared your schedule for the day, but I think things like this are fun aesthetic and they're really interesting for your clients to be able to see on your page. Another thing that you could share is a weekend recap. Maybe something that you did over the weekend. You could kind of share what you did or your agenda or what you have upcoming for the week. People love to just see the behind the scenes of your life and your schedule, and I think it's really interesting. Another idea is you could share a photo with maybe a conversation that you had with your client. Maybe your client asked you, hey, what is the best dry shampoo for super oily hair? And you could talk about what your favorite dry shampoo is. It could be a photo of you holding the product. It could be a photo of you using the product. It could even just be the product itself. But I will say the stories that have been getting the most views are typically the ones that have my face in it. And I think that's because people immediately see that connection, create that connection, and they actually hold down to read the rest of the story, versus if it's just a photo of a product, sometimes that can feel a little like a paid promotion or an ad, so they may skip through it. So just keep that in mind. But you can use this strategy so many different ways, and I encourage you to get a little creative with it. Like I said, this has been working not only for me, but so many stylists. And I think the key is just keep it simple, don't overthink it. And I love this strategy because it literally takes about 2 to 3 minutes to post on my stories, and then I don't have to think about it anymore. Now, I will say, for some of you who love to post on your Instagram stories, or maybe a client reshares an amazing post and you want to post it on your story, you don't always have to do this strategy. Of course, you can post multiple times on your stories in a day. That's okay. But if your engagement has been really low, or your views have been down, or you have a story that you really want people to see, like an announcement, this is a really great strategy to implement to help bring those views back up, and then you can go on throughout posting throughout the week. I personally like to incorporate this a couple times into the week where I just do my one slide Instagram story, and then a couple other days where I do show a little bit more content. But I will warn you that when you do that, if you do more than one slide or videos or boomerangs or reshares, it's going to be lower and your views are going to go down, but that's okay because it's typically your most loyal people who are seeing that stuff. So it's good for you to do that, but definitely try out the one slide Instagram story if your views have been down. And the third strategy that is working for hairstylists and salon owners is strong captions. Yes, captions are still really important on Instagram. And unlike other platforms like TikTok or YouTube Shorts, where you don't really have to share too much of a caption and the caption really isn't that important, Instagram, the caption is where the gold lies. So like I mentioned with the B-roll reels, we obviously have the text on the reel to hook our audience, but we still have to add something in that caption. So no matter if you're posting reels or photos or carousels or any type of content that you're creating on your Instagram feed, your caption is vitally important. And I believe that captions are the most important piece of content on Instagram, but yet it's the thing that we tend to be the most lazy with. And here's why it's so important, because captions are the thing that can turn a lurking follower into a client. But if you're not getting clients from Instagram, it could be because you're missing these important elements. So I'm gonna teach you what I like to call the SCS method. So the SCS method stands for strong caption structure. So first we have to have a strong, catchy headline that grabs people's attention and makes them want to click to read more. Back in the day, Instagram used to show the full caption, but now people have to click that little see more button to be able to read the rest of their caption. So if your headline isn't strong, people are gonna miss all the amazing value that you just added in the caption. So we gotta have that strong headline to grab their attention so that they read the rest of it. The second thing is we have to have a body that adds value through relatability, through connection, through education, whatever the case might be is, that body is gonna add value for our audience and for our clients. And lastly, we have to have a closing question or call to action to get people to engage with the post. Now, one of the things that gets the algorithm to push your content out to more people so that you have a screenshot that looks like mine where a lot of non-followers see your content is through shareability and saveability. Back in the day, Instagram used to rank engagement through likes and comments. And if you got a lot of likes and comments on your post, then the algorithm would push your content out further. But now it actually ranks on saveability and shareability. So how many people are saving your post for later and how many people are sharing your post, whether that means on their stories or sharing it in a DM to one of their friends or coworkers or whatever. So we want to think about how can we get more people to either share our content or save our content, and the caption is the exact way to do that. So here's an example of a weak caption. Caramel balayage I did on my client yesterday. Call to book an appointment. Or caramel macchiato balayage, coffee emoji. Now, the reason why a caption like this is not gonna get you that much engagement and it's probably not gonna turn somebody into a client is because it's generic. It has been done before, and there's nobody that's gonna be scrolling through Instagram and reads that caption and says, you know what? Today is the day I gotta book an appointment. No, we wanna make sure that we're adding value into our caption. So here's an example of a strong caption that you could try instead. How would you like to be able to go 6 months in between color appointments? That is our strong, catchy headline that grabs people's attention. Like, yes, I wanna be able to go 6 months in between appointments. How do I do that? Here's the body. Yesterday, my client Jenny came in for her bi-yearly appointment. Because she's a new mom, she likes her hair to be low maintenance. So I decided to do a caramel balayage with brightness around her face to help her color last another 6 months. As you can see, we are educating our clients on exactly what we did with the service, but we're not giving them too much technical education, like telling them that we did a baby light pattern with a 9GB. We're not telling them those things because it doesn't really matter to them. They just need to know how it benefits them. All right, here is our closing question. If you hate getting your hair done every 8 to 12 weeks or are looking for something lower maintenance, send me a DM and we can chat to see if this technique would be right for you. Who else thinks this color looks like a caramel macchiato? Raise your hand below if so. So we're getting them to send us a DM so that we can start that conversation in the DMs and start to potentially convert that follower into a client, but we're also asking for that comment as well by telling them to engage with an emoji. Here is another example of a strong caption. Cue the OMG your hair looks so good comments. Have you been feeling blah about your current hair? I get it, I totally have been there too, and it's actually not that hard of a fix. Sometimes you might just need a little tweak or change to your current color or cut. If you don't have an appointment in my books yet, comment the word hair below and I'll send you a DM so that we can set you up with an appointment or consultation. So the reason why I love this caption is because it's fun. And not only are we having fun with the caption, we're still offering that value, but we're getting them to engage with us by commenting, and then we're gonna send them a DM after. This is a great way to get people to start to engage with you and to help convert those followers into clients. Some of my favorite hacks that I use in my captions all the time are telling people exactly what I want them to do. So sometimes with my headlines, I will say something like, make sure to read until the end, or I'll even just use the little hand emoji pointing down to encourage people to actually want to read the rest, because what we're doing there is we're actually opening a loop, and naturally, psychologically, we want to close a loop as humans. So if there is an arrow pointing down or a hand pointing down, we want to know what it's pointing at. So naturally, people are going to click to read the rest of the caption. Another trick that I use all the time is I'll tell people to save that post to come back to later. This is really key because often people are just scrolling Instagram mindlessly, looking at content, and if we don't tell them exactly what we want them to do, they're not going to do it. So by telling them to save the piece of content, it has significantly increased the amount of saves or the amount of shares that I get on my content, and it's just as simple as telling them what to do. So if your engagement rate has been down or lower lately, or you've just been struggling with actually getting clients from Instagram, I want to challenge you to try out these 3 strategies and see the difference that it makes. Now, the most important thing when it comes to testing out these strategies is you gotta be consistent on Instagram. Consistency is so important. And I'm not necessarily saying you have to post on Instagram every day. In fact, I actually don't recommend that anymore. I recommend posting on Instagram anywhere from 2 to 4 times a week. So maybe that's every other day or every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever can help you stay consistent. And by being consistent, it's going to show the algorithm that you are there to play on Instagram and start to show your content to more people. So I know for most of you, you're probably busy in the salon, and the last thing that you want to do at the end of your day is go write an Instagram caption that fits the SCS method, or try to find a photo to share on your stories for the one Instagram story slider, even try to come up with a hook for your Instagram reel or film a video. I get it. I know that Instagram can feel overwhelming, and so I want to ask you, how would it feel if you could have 90% of your Instagram content created for you every single month? If you instantly thought to yourself, gosh, that would feel amazing if I only had some help with my Instagram, if I could hire a social media manager or an assistant, that would be incredible. Well, that's exactly where I come in, because I've created an entire membership called the Social Suite membership to help you be able to post on Instagram consistently by creating 90% of your Instagram content for you every single month. Inside the Social Suite, you are gonna get done for you content, including pre-written copy and paste Instagram captions. You literally only have to copy the caption, paste it into Instagram, and bam, you're ready to go with a caption that fits the SCS method. You don't even have to think about it. You're also gonna get a ton of photos and videos that you can use on your feed, in your reels, on your stories. Everything is created for you. We also give you a bunch of different carousel ideas and reel hook ideas with templates. So we make it super simple for you to be able to show up on Instagram. I also have a ton of different trainings like this one. If you like this kind of education, there are a bunch of mini trainings in the membership to walk you through exactly how to use Instagram to grow your business and get more clients. And they're anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, so you can binge them just like you binged this video. And because you hung around with me until the end of the video, I'm gonna give your next 30 days of Instagram content for just $1. Yes, you can join the Social Suite membership for the next month for only $1 to try it out and see if you like it. We have had so many members say that this was the game changer that they needed in their business because they were just burnt out with Instagram, and this helped them show up consistently and actually start getting clients from Instagram. So here's the link to get this special deal in the box below, and you can get started for just $1. Can you imagine what it would be like to have a social media assistant for just $1? That's what you get inside of the Social Suite, and I would love to have you. And because I said I had a little free gift for you, if you want to check out what the content looks like inside of the Social Suite, I'm going to give you your next 10 Instagram captions written for you for free. You can get that also in the description box below, and that's gonna give you a little sampling of what it's like inside of the social suite, but instead of just getting it once, you could get it month over month over month so that you don't have to think about all of your Instagram content on your own. I just wanna say thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, go ahead and leave me a like. This definitely helps me in the algorithm here on YouTube, and I would love to know, what is one light bulb moment that you had from today's video? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate it every single time, and I love getting to chat and hear what is helpful for you. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.